Hey, good morning, Piper Academy. This is Army Piper. Guys, we had $3,000 Ethereum overnight. Bitcoin currently holding around $51,000, but slipping for the day. Everything's in the red except for JASMY. We're going to be taking a look at that. We got a lot of news. Bitcoin at a major crossroads today and a whole lot more. We're going to be looking to see exactly where we could be heading, where this critical level of support is. Guys, without any further ado, it's time to get on it. Class is in session. Hey, good morning, alumni. For everyone that's just joining, welcome to Piper Academy. This is a show where we bring you the news, the charts, the markets, and everything you need to have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. Guys, thanks for joining us here today. We got a big show lined up. We got a lot of slippage in the markets, just sliding back down. Everything's in the red. It's a bloody, bloody day. But I told you guys on Monday, as we discussed, we could be looking at a pullback this week. So, thumbnails don't lie, not clickbait. I know everyone thinks that I do a lot of clickbait thumbnails. I don't. I just, I put out what I see, and what I saw was a pullback this week. So let's go ahead, without any further ado, because I don't do the show by myself. I have a think tank of analysts in here, and let's go ahead and bring them up. It's my partners in crime. It's TradeFly and the OC guy. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, guys? It's another day, beautiful day. Got my coffee. I'm ready to do some TA, talk some news.
Are you drinking?
Revisit.
Are you drinking Legendary Aviation coffee?
Bro, I'm not drinking. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have the cup right now. I am in a hotel, so unfortunately, that aspect of my life is out until I get home.
How good is it?
What's
the
that?
Coffee you're drinking? Is the coffee good?
It's marginal. I mean, it's better than just sitting in a pot for.
It's not bougie coffee. So. It's not bougie coffee.
It's not bougie. It's not bougie.
What's up, OC? How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Just having new things to show up. So we have otters right now.
We got the otters in the house. A little bit of Lunar Beach crypto there. Moon surfing. Love it. That's nice. What else you got? You got any cluck in there?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We got some
nice dancing chickens.
And also we have some shrooms.
And some tea shrooms. We got shrooms in the house. I love it, dude. I love it. Guys, we got a lot of news to get in through today. So we're going to jump into this news because we're going to be looking at TA. And I know that there's a lot of people that want to know what's going on with their favorite asset. So guys, in the chat, let us know that, let us know what you guys got here and what you guys would like to see. And we will get it going there. So, oh yeah, you saw my BB-8. Yeah, I got a little BB-8 action going on there. He's actually BB-17. He's my personal model. But guys, without any further ado, can we get some news? Let's get some news. Guys, news, as you guys know, is brought to you by Decrypted.tax. Your trusted tax official. Go call Ernest. He's going to give you a free consultation. You're going to get 25% off your services. There's a lot of new tax laws. Don't get caught with the IRS knocking at your door. And when you do, make sure you got the best representation in the market. Your trusted tax official, Ernest, at Decrypted.tax. Let's go ahead and take a look at the crypto bubbles here today, guys. JASMY is a big mover today. It's up 52%. We're going to be looking at that. If one of you guys want to go ahead and pull up JASMY on the back end there and have that ready to go, because it's looking pumpy, and we want to see if maybe there's a top side that is showing us on the charts. So looking there also on the daily, everything's in the red, like we were saying. If you take a look at the weekly, you can see here on the weekly that JASMY is up 157%, which is massive. Fetch AI up 41%. We got World Token, World Token there at 96.8. What just disappeared from here? That was weird. Did you guys see that? It just completely disappeared for the week. HBAR 23.6% on HBAR. RWE about 37.7%. So file and vet graph rounding it out there in the 20% range, 29% for graph. Let's jump into the liquidations, guys, because we had a lot of liquidations. In the past 24 hours, we've had 106 1,555 traders liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at 293.97 million, almost 294. We'll call it. Single largest liquidation was a Bitcoin liquidation valued at $9.7 million on Binance. Ouch. Big ouch. Let's jump over here. Guys, yesterday, I lied to you. I'm a liar. I told you guys yesterday that we had FOMC minutes coming out because there was nothing on Tuesday, and so Wednesday was automatically at the top. It's today. I apologize. I will stop doing the show because I have ruined my image with the alumni, and I'll pass it all over to TradeFly. So, TradeFly, you're the host of the show now every day. Yeah, guys, today, FOMC minutes is today. I apologize for that. They're going to be at 12 p.m. my time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be all the detailed minutes from the actual show, the actual FOMC meeting last month. So, and then two of those speeches coming out today from the Federal Reserve. The big one right there. Do you see it in the top on Wednesday? Let's go ahead and zoom that in for right there. You can see that is the big one today on the earnings reports after the close. NVIDIA today, guys. A lot of people really betting that this is going to rally back up and that it can move the markets in the upward trajectory, if you will. So we'll be watching that. That's going to be right after close today on NVIDIA earnings. Ethereum hit $3,000 for the first time in nearly 2 years amid rising ETH ETF excitement. Potential spot ETH ETF approval could boost the second largest crypto's appeal among more conservative institutional investors. The price of Ether, as opposed to us degens, we're not those people. The price of Ether, the native token to the Ethereum network, rose past $3,000 for the first time since April 2022 on Tuesday, continuing a recent hot streak. Ether's price rose above about 1.6% over the past 24 hours, risen over 12% in the past week. And currently, right now, Ethereum still holding in that ballpark of about, what is it? $2,893. So it's back down below 29. But overnight, definitely was looking pretty good there. Who else was picking up this ETH last night when it was about that amount? Well, guys, take a look. We have suspected Justin Sun wallet buys $259 million in ETH. Details below. So among stirring speculation and interest in the crypto community, Justin Sun caught a little bit of that tension in a significant turn of events. The cryptocurrency market is abuzz with speculation following a series of large transactions linked to a wallet that is suspected, that's operative word there, suspected to be associated with Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, according to a tweet from Look On Chain, a blockchain analytics platform. The wallet in question has made a substantial investment in Ethereum, purchasing a total of 91,316 ETH. So, that is a lot of ETH. The hodl game is real over there, if that was Justin Sun. Also, guys, Hong Kong seeing a surge in crypto license applications. Huobi HK became the 18th crypto exchange to apply for a virtual asset trading platform with the Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission. That's their version of the SEC over there. And you can see here the Hong Kong Securities, the SFC, has received 18 crypto license applications in over 2 months from both local and global players. So everybody trying to get in on that action over there and pushing hard in Hong Kong to have an exchange that they are able to buy on. You can see the list here, and it's all in Chinese. I don't read Chinese. If you read Chinese, let me know what that says. As part of the licensing requirements, applicants must pass stringent due diligence checks, such as traditional financial audits, and that is a broader scope than proof of reserves. So, very, very, very stringent. They're looking like, hey, they don't want an FTX. They don't want a Celsius. They don't want a Voyager. They're making sure that if people have access to buy crypto for these people because they gave them a license, they want to make sure that that license was earned and that they can back up what they say. So, maybe the SEC should have done that in America. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Good job, Gary. Australians, guys, Australians more likely to invest in spot Bitcoin ETFs after U.S. approval. I'm not going to go into this article, but this is a talking point that we've discussed numerous times on this show. We've talked about it over when I was on Investing Bros. This is institutional adoption. This is how it takes. And it takes those big institutions to want to get into the crypto space and be in there to give legitimacy for investors. And that's what we have here. Australians are now more likely to want to get in because the U.S. has approved an ETF. So this one is very interesting, guys. This one's the one that got me this morning. Coinbase sees major Bitcoin withdrawals, holds the lowest confirmed supply of Bitcoin since 2015. You know who don't have Bitcoin? You guys know who? That would be Coinbase. Coinbase don't have any, guys. This yellow line is Coinbase's supply of Bitcoin. There has been so much Bitcoin snatched up from the institutional, the retail, the ETFs. They're running out of Bitcoin, and we're going to talk about this in a second. This is going to be our wrap back. So TradeFly and OC, get ready. This is what we're going to talk about. What does this supply shock look like on top of the halvening that's coming? So keep that in your mind, and we'll be talking about that. Also, we got a poll in the news in the chat right now. It says, "What is your largest bag of cryptos?" Let me know down there, guys, and tell me what your number one is. We'll go take a look at that poll here in a bit. 2024, this could be Ethereum's biggest year in history, guys. So if you guys don't know, there was an upgrade about 2 years ago called the Merge. It's part of the Merge, the Verge, the Surge, the whole thing, right? This will be the first bull run for crypto, bull cycle that Ethereum has had the effects of the Merge. And what the Merge does is it does a massive burn off. It's since the Merge, 0.2% of the Ether supply has been burned, and this number will increase further in the coming months with the rising network usage. I actually think that it's not just going to increase. I think that we have seen nothing yet on the burn rate. I think that when we get into the bull cycle, that we're going to see a massive burn off rate, which is going to have a supply shock on Ethereum also. Furthermore, the Ethereum's next network update, Ethereum Improvement Proposal 4884, is scheduled to occur this year. It aims to make the entire ecosystem of layer 2s built around Ethereum up to 10 times cheaper, so which will increase doing things upon Ethereum, right? Through the layer 2s, obviously. This will be a major turning point in the cycle, and it will lead Ethereum and layer 2s to their biggest year in history. I would love for that to be true. What is Ethereum? It is my largest bag, just so you guys know. Let's get down here and see chain development kits. Anything in here? No, I don't think so. All of those OP stacks on there on top of it. And yeah, I think that's good. Here we go, guys. Bitcoin technical analysis, oscillators, and average points. Did someone say something? No? Okay. Bitcoin technical analysis, oscillators, and averages point to a market crossroads here. As Bitcoin navigates through the volatile waves of the crypto market, its price on February 21st reflects a complex interplay of market dynamics oscillating between 50,820, which currently right now we're at 51,000 again, and 52,902. So if we take a look at what they're saying here on these things, there's a bullish trend with notable volume spikes on the daily chart, accompanying significant price movements despite the recent sell-off. Overall upward trend remains intact. But on the lower time frames, we're seeing short-term downtrends and minor recoveries. So bull verdict is that the synthesis of the bullish indicators across multiple time frames, notably the strong buy signals from moving averages and the daily chart's upward trajectory, suggests a robust market sentiment for Bitcoin. The engagement volume and the resilience of the long-term trends are all given a positive outlook there. The bear verdict on it, though, despite the bullish signals, the presence of overbought conditions, which we're seeing a lot on like the stochastics and stuff like that, combined with recent sideways and downwards movement on shorter time frames, hint at a potential Bitcoin correction. And I think that's the big operative word that everyone needs to know. It is all about that correction, guys. I think that's what we're seeing is a slight retracement and correction. I don't think we're going to see a big pullback. I'm still overall very bullish. Let's go ahead and jump over to the team and let's talk about that little topic we talked about a second ago. That would be supply shock. So guys, what do you think? Coinbase completely out. They're getting low. They're getting really low right now on numbers. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, man. So that was one of my narratives that like I always pitch to people when I'm like talking about Bitcoin and they're like, well, kind of shaking. I'm like, dude, there's going to be at some point, we're not talking about like holding a full Bitcoin anymore. We're just talking about holding fractional shares because there's going to be some sort of supply shock down the road because of the finite amount of the asset, right? There's only 21 million, right? So that's it. And then we're done. And then what happens? And some of it just disappears. People lose it. People pass away, unfortunately. And, you know, that stuff is not easily transferable right now. It's not like having cash in a bank where it's like, oh, okay, I now have access to everything because I have this will. It's, you need seed phrases. You need to like find this stuff, like, because people probably have it hidden. So, you know, that's been one of my big things. I was talking about that a long time ago, and that's why, you know, I had a very big interest in it. We can't create more. The government is not going to make more of this. So like, it's only going to be less. That's the way it works.
It's true. It's true. OC, what you think, man? What's your verdict?
I also agree with TradeFly and you. I mean, the demand, the supply shock, it's a real thing. That is how is it being designed, especially crypto, and everything will be following crypto because Bitcoin, because crypto is right now based on the big mover, which is Bitcoin. And I mean, pretty much, are they running out? I don't know. I'm not sure. At the same time, I believe that they do have another set of wallets where they are also purchasing outside on the market or somewhere else, because it is a business for them to sell whatever the price it is, and also, I mean, keep having on stock. It's just going to be a demand supply thing that's going to be happening pre-halving, so it could get way worse when we get a post-halving event. Although I don't think they're running out, I do believe that they do have new, and I'm talking about Coinbase, right? New wallets where they were buying or purchasing throughout the bear market. They are analysts. They do have their own analysts. They are well placed in the game. So I believe that, I mean, that is their business. They should know about it. So yeah, it's just going to, I mean, 500,000 Bitcoin, right? 500,000 Bitcoin.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, if you guys haven't hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell yet, guys, go ahead and do so. Smash that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Get notified every time we go live. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I saw Crypto Billy in there, and I saw what TradeFly was laughing about that came through on my speaker system about Uncle Nom Nom. Uncle Nom Nom, because I like my treats. But I also saw T-Shroom. So just so you know, I will take treats versus tweets over T-Shroom's famous squeen. Look at my screen. So shout out to T-Shroom over there, bro. Let's get into the what's that?
I had to mute myself for a minute.
That's all good, man. It's all good. Hey, we're here to have fun. At the end of the day, none of us are making any real money off of this at all. We plan on like doing a lot more giveaways. So, you know, it's all probably going back to the community. So at the end of the day, all we're getting is fun from this. So we hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. Let's get into the charts today, guys. Looking at Bitcoin here right now. I gave you guys the support box down here on the 0.66 yesterday, and I'm looking at a 12-hour chart. Let's jump this over to a 4-hour. There we go. I gave you guys this chart. I said, look, we hit the 0.66. We've got this little range down here that we're going to throw on a little T box there. Shout out to TA Tim. And that is literally where we came down and touched again. The bottom of that T box is that blue delta range. Our resistance above is that upper predictive range, that trading range, the upper gold line of the predictive ranges on the Chart Prime Market Dynamics Pro. So we have this little range still taking place in here, 0.66 and that upper trade. If we do drop, guys, we're starting to get in, enough time is going by that we're just in this crab sideways motion here, that the dynamic reactor, which is a super powerful moving average from Chart Prime's Market Oracle, and when it's going to be coming up in here, right here at the 0.618, I do think that if we lose this range and we can't hold that delta line with the trend assistant, I think that that's going to be where I look at that target being right there at about $48,600, $48,000. 567 if you want to be exact. But in that ballpark with that dynamic reactor would be prime area bounce. You can see that the Oscillator Pro down here getting a movement right now into that bullish zone almost in there. So we'll probably getting down here and be on the 4-hour oversold. Guys, when's the last time we've seen Bitcoin oversold and what happened? Well, let's go back here and see. Nope, not oversold. There we go. There's oversold motion. Well, that is what led to the bounce here all the way up. So, yeah, we're getting back there in a 4-hour where we are oversold. So I'm going to be watching closely for the price action on the 0.66. That's at 50,800. That 0.618 down there at 48,567. Let's go over here and take a look at my favorite chart. Shout out to Eric Wallen. I'm going to call this it's the Wallen chart from now on because he loves it so much. If you guys take a look here, this is our weekly candle, and we do have a little pullback there, but in the grand scheme of things, we're not even at the 50% point of the previous week candle for a retracement. Be watching for a pullback as far as 48,600 on here. So that's 48,600, and that is 48,567. Guys, we're getting weekly and 4-hour, two different types of fibs that I'm using there, both coming into that same range. I would say those are strong support ranges. Let's go ahead and start with OC guy today. OC, what you got for the people, man?
I do have JASMY US. So basically, we have a huge bump. I mean, we've been seeing that the oscillator just broke all the way back in February the 1st, right? And it has been constantly just getting above or keeping above that area, that zero line in there. But I mean, this just by itself, this movement was, I believe, more than enough. But it just went parabolic, right? So again, if I mean, I haven't jumped in JASMY, but I'm not planning to. This is way too crazy for me to start going after the prices. And just since we've been talking about, it had a retracement out of a couple of percentages. So not for me. It's not going to be an entry or anything like that. It just went back 10% just in like in a couple of minutes that we were talking about. Other than that, I just wanted to touch base on this one. But we have, and let's go to Cardanzo. So breaking through,
Cardanzo,
going through that trend line. Yes,
I love how you always pay homage to old Kramer, Jim Kramer, and his Cardanzo beans. It's great.
Absolutely. And remember that I was expecting a bounce, but also looking for a break. All right. So remember, a smart trader is a prepared trader. So nothing actually gets you by surprise. So what happened? Fake out, going up, dead cat bounce, minimal dead cat bounce, breaking through, closing, and almost being there. Right now, we have overbought area, which is golden box, but we are not there yet on the dynamic reactor. Let me just take a look at very quick if I have something else. Well, I do have my assistance, but I wanted to be within confluence with something else. So I will be ignoring right now the prime trend assistance just for now until I see an FOR or I have a little bit more confluence. Yes, it could, but look at here. We had a extra confluence there with a ton of more or 3 other indicators. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. So let's just remove that one and also start looking for other support and resistances. So far, we have nothing there yet, and my big confluence zone is start building up right down here. So, oh yeah, we do. So let's take a look at here. Right down here, this is my big confluence zone, and my second big confluence zone is going to be there, but it seems like we are close for a flip of the ribbon. So again, FOR will be my triggering, and I'm looking for a possible entry. Why? Because we are still bullish. We're still bullish on ADA. And as I told you guys, I will not be shorting until Bitcoin breaks the channel that we're in. So
awesome. TradeFly, what you got, brother?
All right, cool.
By the way, yeah, I did not build jets for you. You have no contrail jets yet.
All good, man. I don't have that indicator up, so you're off the hook for this one. Hey, just want to point this out, revisiting JASMY, only because we talked about it a couple days ago. And when we talked about it, it was at this green line. And one of the things that I was talking about for this one in particular, I was like, hey, if we break this area because of significant resistance, I was like, it could take off. Now, I was only looking for about a 38% move. However, we did get a massive move out of JASMY. Now, one of the things you want to look at, because you guys know that I really like the horizontal levels of resistance and support, I just want to point this out to you guys. Like, look here, right? So if you see this, if you zoom back out on the chart and you're like, okay, let's take a look at it, you're going to look for these significant areas, right? Like you see a wick here where it comes down and then explosive movement up and then it comes back down and retest, right? That gives you confirmation of support. We come back down, retest, confirmation of support. It goes up and then boom, massive move down, right? So those are the areas that you really want to concentrate on when you're trying to figure out, hey, where could this go? Where could we see some sort of rejection? And then you come over here and sure enough, it rejected off of it pretty hard. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys because it's one of my, I'm not going to say biggest strategies, but it's something that is it plays out quite a bit. And so I'm a big believer in it. For Bitcoin, just want to revisit that. 52.5-ish is still kind of my line in the sand. And that's, again, zooming out, looking on the daily, and you see obvious areas of support and resistance, and then support and resistance again, right? So this is a significant level. I don't know that it's getting enough lip service for people that are doing, technical analysis on Bitcoin right now. This is a big line in the sand for me personally. If it breaks, I think it's going to be game on, and then we can really start having that conversation of all-time highs again. But right now, I think it's going to have a hard time, and we've moved up and right so much. And I mean, just this move right here was pretty crazy, right? That move right there is 21%. So we need a little correction, and Piper talked about that. I think that's going to be healthy for the market, a little bit of a pullback. And then, it's time maybe for you guys to find an area where you can start stacking your bags again. Where am I looking? This green line, right? You can see all this right here where there's support. So if we do pull back, I'm not saying we're going to pull back, but if we do, I'm looking in this area at about 41.3. All right. You got the dynamic reactor starting to eke up. If we do start pulling back, you're going to see that start to level out. And then you're going to see some of these moving averages start to level out. And you want to see some confluence in that area, as well as give the prime oscillator or RSI time to reset. Because right now we're overbought on the daily. So for me, it's a no-no zone in terms of going long. But I just wanted to point those two areas out to you guys.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out real fast over here to Crypto Billy, because he's in the chat right now and he's talking over here about yesterday's Billy Goat Tells that we did on Crypto Spaces, on X Spaces. It was a pretty big day yesterday, guys. We had a lot of people in there on the show yesterday, and it did really well. So if you guys missed that, you guys should go check it out. There's a replay for it. But as Crypto Billy was saying, he said it was fire. Analytics told us it was the best show, only second to the one that Charles Hoskinson was on. So that chapter was the only one that did better. But yeah, the big shout out to Crypto Billy and Billy Goat Tells, #GiverGain community. If you guys don't know, we have a link for a lot of their stuff in our description down below. So shout out to the community of the Billy Goat Tells and the Giver's Gain. So, and Trade Intuition, shout out to him because he's in there talking about it. And that's what I saw that made me want to go pull that up. So there you go, guys. Let's go ahead and continue on with some TA. Good TA there on that follow-up of Bitcoin there, TradeFly. Let's look at the US dollar, guys. US dollar getting a pullback today. We're actually seeing some stocks starting to get a little move up today. Tesla getting some movement to the upside today. Amazon getting a little movement to the upside. Google, little movement to the upside. NVIDIA still pulling down a lot, really unsure. And I told you guys that this would be the one to watch, the level to watch, this phase 3 618 here at $669. And we didn't quite get there. It's holding really, really well in this sideways action here. I think they're just in kind of a waiting period for those earnings reports today. And then there was one last one I wanted to pull up here. It's going to be Avalanche. So Avalanche, we talked about this the other day, the boogeyman. It is continuing to push downward. We had the break of this trend line. This is on, I believe, Monday night. We talked about this. We had the little boogeyman face on here, looking all scary. Doing the boogeyman right there, the oogie boogie, as Crux called it. And then we also had the break of this trend line coming in, and we are still pushing down. I do believe $35.92 going to be the level I'm watching for on this before we get a bounce. We are finally starting to get down into the bullish zone with a lot of oversold blocks down there, and we're getting really low in the RSI. I would be looking for a long setup on Avalanche coming soon to a chart near you. So not financial advice. That's what I got there.
Would you say that's a little like head and shoulder-ish?
Yeah, this was my boogeyman, the head and shoulders here.
Boogeyman?
Yeah, the boogeyman there. Yep, that was my boogeyman head and shoulders there that I posted on X. And if we actually do the little measurement here on it, see what we would be looking at. Let me move it down first. There we go. And let's go grab that. Let's get that trend line in there and just see where that would be at. There we go. Right in there. Let's grab a trend line here. Let's see what that looks like. Come on, work with me here.
Playing out already.
Yeah, it looks like it's just, it's coming in right at that 382, guys. That 382 right there on the Fibonacci is going to be the level to watch for there. I'd be looking for a nice little long from that position with a tight stop loss, not financial advice. Not.
Yeah, you know what else is lining up with that? It's not on your chart, but the 200-day, or sorry, the 200-day 4-hour, the moving average.
Oh, yeah.
Is,
right there, 200-day moving average right there.
That's a good
coming
area.
in right now. Absolutely. Good call, bro. Good call. OC, let's kick it over to you, man. What you got?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at here. Talking about boogeymans and going down, I have MATIC pull up here. Yesterday, I was talking about this area. Basically, I longed it. It went up, and then I did not short it. I told you guys I will not be shorting it. Nonetheless, as always, timing maybe wasn't perfect, but the actual movement, it basically was. So far, just going up and down as we were predicting. Remember, what is the next area where to look at? That is going to be right here. So let's update those arrows there. And now looking for a possible re-entry. Not quite there yet. Remember what I'm looking for? It is my FOR or 4 right there at the bottom, or at least almost at the bottom. Basically looking for a flip of the ribbon. When I say flip of the ribbon at support, that's when I start looking for a possible re-entry. Nonetheless, again, I'm not longing. I'm sorry, I'm not shorting until Bitcoin start breaking this ranging zone that we're at right now. And so far, that hasn't happened. So MATIC looking for a possible re-entry as we have a flip of the ribbon in there within a support area. So far, everything playing out very, very, very nicely. Yeah, so that's what I got on MATIC. And yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to shout out to Lunar Beaches Crypto. Oh, sorry, Lunar Beaches Crypto. What's up, brother? And also the other. So thank you guys
I love
for being
it.
here.
Hey,
And
can you hit the Lunar Beach one again? I got you up in full screen here. He's got to see the guy surfing on the moon. It's fantastic.
absolutely. And I even put a splash of water there. Let me get it to you. Here we go.
That's great, dude. I love it.
Dude,
I love it,
all
RC.
out.
That is so much fun. Let's go ahead and check out TradeFly's chart, see what he's got. TradeFly, what you working with, man?
Cool. Yeah, I got MANTA pulled up. Looks like the indicator doesn't actually want to pull up for me, but no big deal. So MANTA pull, it looks like really it's kind of consolidating. We had a pretty large move up, pulled back. That was expected. And now we're kind of in an area of consolidation, it looks like. Kind of wrestling with the 382 and the 0.5. It's lining up with a dynamic reactor. It's lining up with the point of control. You can see the value area high is on the high side here, lining up with the 382, right? So looks like consolidation, kind of hard here to see what's going on. Maybe I'll refresh it here. Just change the hourly. Cool. That'll work. So this is the 12-hour, and that's fine to look at as well. But as you can see, there's actually a little bit of bearish divergence playing out here. Price going up, RSI coming down. But I don't think that that's necessarily going to be a death wish for MANTA, honestly. I would see it continuing in this range. I think it could potentially pull back to maybe the golden pocket again. And that would probably be an area I would be interested if I was looking to go long. If you kind of missed this move up and right, we did talk about it when it initially visited the golden pocket, and you could see RSI was coming up, or prime oscillator was coming up and right. So it was an area of interest. It did move up. It has kind of made its move. So now we're kind of looking at where can we get back in. So, you know, it's got to break this area, right? There's an area of resistance. That's pretty clear. You see the wicks, it's selling off each time it gets up in this area. So you want to see it break this area, you know, they always talk about it. We like to see it break, come down, retest, and then continue up. That's really where I like to get in. If it just pumps through and goes up, there's usually ones I don't jump on, to be honest with you, because it's really hard to catch that. Sometimes you get those wicks up and you don't want to get, you know, your stop loss triggered, or it'll wick up and then come back down into the range. So you got to be very careful there. So really what I see, ranging, consolidation, and it's not moving very harshly in comparison to the rest of the market. So it seems to be kind of just even kill right now. Not a massive update, but area 618, that's at about 275. And then if it breaks this area at about $3.18, keep an eye on it for it to come back down and retest. And then maybe you can look to go long again.
Nice, nice. I'm taking a look here at Chainlink right now on my chart. I had this range down here for us to be a target, guys. It was in line with the dynamic reactor. We're actually surpassing that now. Still in the green box, still in the T box there for support. But I'm going to be watching closely for this level of about $18.01. That's going to be coming in right here at this previous support line of that level there. And I'm going to go ahead and throw some fibs on here. Let's see what we can see on the world of fibs. But right now, we did have a break of this auto-printed trend line. And then that blue one up there is my long-term trend line that we rejected off of. So and I just had a complete reset of all of my screens again. So give me a second to move everything off my chart now. Geez, I don't know why it does that to me sometimes. Hashtag Mac. That's why. Go ahead and say it, Crux. I know you want to. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. I know how Crux is with hating on Mac. So I need to move all this off my screen, and I'll organize it while you guys are going. Okay, let's take a look here at what we're seeing on Chainlink with some fibs. So I want to go back to previous levels back here. We're going to put this on the daily first so that I can get that history. There we go. And then we're going to go grab some Fibonacci's here. We're going to go off of this previous high level here. We're going to take this to the bottom. And I think that's going to be right in there. Yeah, gold pocket rejection is what we got there. Also, guys, let's put that back to the 4 hour and see what we could be seeing here. This, if we don't hold that level that I just pointed out with that previous high ranges there at about $18, we could be looking at $16.81. That would be a retest of the 50, because when we get rejection in the golden pocket like we had here, that is going to be where we move to, and the 50 bounce off of that would be another bullish move for us. So that's what I'm looking at there on that. If we take a look at the oscillators, though, guys, really, really getting oversold here, heavy, way down below on the RSI. Of course, Chainlink did do a massive run up. Pumped like crazy, so it's about time that it might get some correction, go back and test some of those levels. But the one thing that I do want to show you here is if I turn on that parallel channel that we had before, it's coming in right at the 50, guys. This is where we were stuck in here, and I told you when we broke out, we were heading up. Well, that's what we did. So that's going to be right here too. Let's go ahead. Let's put another T-box in here. We're going to have a whole new T-box today for you guys to put onto your charts. Grab that. We're going to be putting that here at about the $16.81 range, and it's going to go down to that upper trade band of that range that we were on, which is coming in at about $16.55. There's our new T-box for Chainlink. So there you go. Let's kick it over to OC, and I will fix and organize all my stuff again.
Absolutely. Just touching base on Solana, breaking this trend line, and very quickly, I do have my first target already being hit. Again, I'm not shorting it. I'm just trying to look for re-entry zones, but Solana is a little bit different because on the 4 hour, we have broken the dynamic reactor and the zero line. So there is time for redemption of Solana. but so far it's not looking fabulous. Although I do see that you guys are holding more Solana than Bitcoin. That is not my case, but I mean I do have a big bunch of Solana right there. Another one that I want to really quick to touch on, it is Atom. Why? Because we're getting close to my target that I've been looking at for the daily. So let's go to the daily and watch that area. As you can see, I am expecting the dynamic reactor to be reached. Let me just Control C it. Here we go, and I will be updating that area and adding an alert. So that will be right here, and I will be placing an alert right between this trend line. This money flow POC that had just moved on me because I removed a couple of candles back. Here we go. And then the dynamic reactor. So that's exactly what I'm going to be placing right here, my alert for Atom. For me, Atom, it's a big one. I do believe on this coin. You don't need to. That is just my opinion. And let me say that again. That is only my opinion, right? Not financial advice. And I'm very excited to start getting a little bit more of my Cosmos back filled up. So let me just pull up a couple of other things in here just to make sure that I'm on the right track. And again, I'm looking at daily because I'm looking to DCA on this one. This is for my holdings. So we broke this trend line going for the dynamic reactor, and then look at that, all of the soft order blocks, nonetheless big order blocks, are right below this area. I don't think that we're gonna go through the dynamic reactor without a reaction. I mean, the worst case scenario that I'm seeing is possible a pullback, maybe making a dead cat bounce, giving us a neckline and a possible breakthrough to that area. But that is a far reach for now. I'm just holding to start getting my alerts and looking for, of course, an FOR of the zero line. So for me, Atom, bullish and bullish, but in a retracement so far. So that's what I'm having on Atom.
Awesome. Shout out to Davedigital. No, Dave. No. Here. No, Dave. I will not change my vote from Mac to PC. Thank you very much. TradeFly, what you got, man?
Yeah, I saw a request. Davedigital asked for some TAA on USDC. I just want to show him a golden cross here, 50-day cross the 200. This is going to the moon, guys. I think you should invest in USDC. I guarantee you 5% return if you invest in USDC. There's one for you to watch. Let's go over to Doge. All right, looking at Doge, came up. You can see a little rejection here, horizontal level of resistance. You can see it right here. You see it rejected pretty good. So it's coming back down. It's revisiting the 0.5, which is about 82 cents. And then you can see some of the moving averages. There's a lot of confluence here between the 20, the 50, and then as well, you have the dynamic reactor. So we know how important that's been. I could see some support in this area. Again, overall, you're going to be looking for the movement of the rest of the market, right? It's kind of following and it's moving a little bit more harsh than some of the other coins and projects. So it's pulling back pretty good. But I'm looking for support in this area. This is a target area I would be looking for somewhere between 80, 82 cents. You can find support. If it does continue to break down, then, hey, the golden pocket, this is where we're going to keep our eye on it. Personally, for me, if I'm looking to swing trade, I'm looking at the area of the golden pocket. Look at this. You can see all of the support right here. A lot of wicks off of it. 618 at about 76 cents. The 200-day moving average is probably going to continue to work up. You see overbought. So my bias would be for it to pull back to this area, and that's where I would be looking for a potential long entry. Obviously, we got to break this area of resistance here at 89 cents on the high side if it were to come back up. So there's your kind of two target areas. Continued resistance, 89 cents. If it pulls back, then I'm looking at about 76 cents to build the bags if you guys are looking to long Doge. Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. A big shout out to Crypto Sieti. I see him here, CC Crypto Sieti. I believe I got the name right. But shout out to him. He said he's new to the live, caught me on Crypto Blood yesterday. Man, welcome to the show, bro. We're glad to have you here with the alumni. Everybody give him a warm welcome there in the chat. Alumni, make him feel welcome. We're glad to have you here, man. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and jump over and let's get into There we go. You guys were like frozen there for a second. It looked like I was like, "What are you guys doing? Don't come back, come back." Let's go ahead and jump over into Caspa. I got a Caspa request up. Let's get into that and see what we're looking at on Caspa right now. Caspa guys, looking here right now. I had the T box down here at this range, coming in starting at about 16.5 cents. And I said, if we lose this level here at the phase 9 golden pocket, 17.8 cents, we would likely be heading down to the phase 8 golden pocket right here at 16.1 cents. Right now, we just wicked down to it, pulling back up about a 40% retracement on that candle there. I'm going to be watching if the markets continue downside movement today for it to come down. But if Bitcoin continues to grind sideways, kind of like it's doing at this level, then I suspect that we will see Caspa kind of hold this level. But this is the target that I'm shooting for on this for another entry. It'd be 8.618 at 16.1 cents. On Caspa, we are getting near that zero line on the Oscillator Pro for that bounce, and I'm going to be watching closely for us to get these thinning candles. You see how these Heikinashi candles on the RSI primed get really thin, and then we had this pull up here. I'm going to be watching for that as we get lower in the levels. That will be indication to me that we're getting upside movement when we get that to happen. So that's what I got there. OC guy, what you got, man? We got about 14 minutes, so we can take some stuff from the audience, and you can go ahead and fill it in between here and there with what you got on your charts, and then we will pull over. That's my boogeyman. I just did AVAX, but you can do the boogeyman again if you want.
Oh, no, that's completely fine. I just saw it on the chat that somebody requested AVAX. I just kind of like mix it up because everything is kind of like I have that head and shoulders. Just really quick. This is my possible area of entry. That is it. And I'm looking for the flip of the ribbon either there or there. That's it. That's everything that I had. Let's take a look at something that I was requested yesterday. It was Philcoin. So on Philcoin, because I am looking to get into Philcoin, this is looking very, very nice for me. I'm not saying that it's going to blow up, but I do see a couple of things really lining up here. And again, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, so be careful with this one. Nonetheless, I will be trying to jump into this train. Why? Because I do see a possible bull flag right here, and then also going down with the channel. Let me see if I can grab, or if I remember, where is the regression channel there? Come on, it is second one, almost at the bottom. Here we go. Here it is. And right here, I have my possible bull flag playing out. We're going to be just breaking out of this bull flag. Well, I don't really have a clean or clear point. And if we get all the way down here, I believe the dynamic reactor will be somewhere around there. So that will be a not go for a bull flag, but it could be for a dead cat bounce. Nonetheless, I am waiting for a possible breakout to the upside, or if I break to the downside, I'm going to be looking at this area of entry for my next purchase on Philcoin. Let me just clear everything up in here to get rid of that spaghetti that I would have going on there. And then after that, let's just throw on other indicators. As you can see, I do have another support channel right there made between two support lines. I do have for my delta line right there, but most important, my golden line with my dynamic reactor. And finally, let's take a look at order blocks. Again, they are all the way down there. And again, let's see if I have any patterns or another order blocks, and I do. They are right here. So as you can see, all of the big supports are around that area. Nonetheless, if I start breaking a trend line, which I'm going to be painting for you right now and adding an alert on it right here, I will be taking some measurements there. So let me add an alert on that one, and also make sure, come on, trading view not wanting to cooperate, and make sure that I also lock it, because if I start moving stuff around, that's not going to be working. And then my final alert will be somewhere in the middle of all of this confluence, which is going to be somewhere, and I'll be calling 6.41 my next alert for my possible next spot buy entry for holding it throughout the bull market that we are facing right now. So yeah, that's what I got on Phil. And
OC,
yeah, throwing it back to you guys.
OC, that looks like Mexican lasagna. I'm just going to point that out there. So,
it seems like Mexican pasta has been it's been something today.
I love
It's
it.
been
I love
a
it.
topic, right?
TradeFly, what you got for us, brother?
Right on. Hey, so I'll have a little request in the chat because I'm looking at Kakino. It looks like it's pulling back quite a bit. So if there's any negative news, please let me know. I'm strictly looking at the charts, so I don't really know what's going on with the project. But if there's some negative news, something that's happened, let us know in the chat. I don't want to lead anyone astray. And the reason I say that is because we're pulling back, but we're pulling back to an area that piques the interest, right? So we're in the area of the point of control. We also have the 20-day, the 50-day right here is actually the blue one. And then again, golden pocket. We did get into an overbought situation and prime oscillator is now pulling back. But what we're going to be looking for, as OC always says, is a flip of the ribbon. And we want to see this kind of tracking back up and right. So I'm going to keep my eye on this area, especially way too many zeros to even try. But at about 145 to about 14 or so, I'm looking at this, right? And what I would preferably want to see is that it holds a support and then we get a little action. This is one of my favorite things to look for. Comes back down for the retest and then goes up, right? But we're not going to see that when we're actually looking to invest in it. We're only going to see this part of it right here. But what I'd like to see here is the RSI to start trending up in conjunction with that second test there. So that's something to keep an eye on for you guys. Just putting that out there. It can obviously pull back. There's obviously some levels of resistance and support here around the 786, but just wanted to point that out to you. Maybe an area of interest.
So, guys, all this talk about looking at cock makes me think about, remember that Jenna X is going to be on the show on Friday. She's going to be our guest. And, you know, she's the queen of the cock in you jokes. So we're going to be having her on Friday. She's going to be special guest. Don't miss that episode. Let's go ahead and jump over here.
Military. She's used to it.
Right, guys, let's go ahead and jump over here. First, I want to show you, this was put out in our newsletter that we put out to our members. It came out on Monday, and we were sitting here on Arweave, and I said, guys, it looks like we could have an opportunity here. Rejection down, entry here on this line at about $13.05. Set your stop loss down below. This previous little cluster over here had the stop loss in at 1184. This was the trade setup for the week for Piper's Pick that we put out. Taking a look currently at the Arweave chart, and we will see here that we literally rejected perfectly where we were at there. Remember, it was like right in this level here when I said this is going to pull back. Right now, we're getting really close to that 0.66. So if we continue, this trade is still good. This was a swing trade, just so you guys are tracking. If this price continues to lose this level here of the predictive ranges, you can see there's the lower trade band delta. This is a lower trade band. There's the bottom frame. If we lose that right there in this 4-hour candle, we could be coming down to touch this. Still standing, stop loss right here at about $11.66 there. It was all in the newsletter for our members. So if you're a member, you guys got this trade set up. You could have done the short off of the 786 like I was talking about, or like I was showing, or you could have waited for this long. That is still in play. Members, all members get that. You guys can check out the members link below for join. So we put out a newsletter every week, and we have some special channels in the Discord for you guys. Also today, we're going to be doing a Q&A with our members, so make sure you guys get in there so we can hang out, talk. You guys can ask me anything. So we got about 7 minutes. OC, I'm going to kick it to you. Don't take up the 7 minutes. Here we go.
Look at Mark's comment.
All right.
What's her moving average?
Very quick, take a look at what is it? Oh yeah.
What's her? Oh Lord, Mark Dutch.
Oh man! All right, you win the day, Mark. Well done.
The internet is broken. What in the Mexican SpaghettiOs is going on here, OC?
So yesterday we have TSAC on chart prime requesting BNB, and I was expecting it for to have a little bit of a wrench in there. Let me just start kind of like shutting things up, and then maybe going down to this area, which we really quickly went to it, and then going all the way up here. Nonetheless, seems like we are on our way to get there sooner than later, and I was expecting to enter right down there with half of a position, and then if we drop after this pump, another half a position there for a daily pickup for DCAing. Nonetheless, seems like it is moving very fast, and we are not even right here on the flip of the ribbon. So I'm gonna just remove everything and get started with another set of alerts. So I will be placing another alert. Let me just figure out exactly where. I just want to have a predict range. Here we go. Oh, here we go. We are right on resistance. So it seems like it's going to be right there. Oh, my predictive range is here. Give it a little slack in there and then look for a possible movement right there. And then also I have this one. Let me update it and place it at the bottom of that candle for a possible rejection. So since I missed this entry myself, I'll try to, like redeem myself and try to figure out a way where is a good position. Remember, I'm not chasing after the prices. I'm just waiting for the price to get where it wants to be. And if it doesn't get there, well, so sorry, I'll just look for the next nice area to jump in. So that's what I got on BNB. And I think we still have a little bit of slack.
Awesome. TradeFly, take us out, bro.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'll keep it pretty quick. I got BONK up. So BONK on the daily, as you can see right here, you see this little clock? I set an alert right here at this green line. So all kinds of zeros and about 9.9. I'm going to be looking for that area if it does pull back. Why? We got multiple areas of support. You can see it. Right here probably would have been a really nice entry because you see that it's printing the bullish divergence. But we may come back down. We may come back down, revisit that area. And what I want to see as confirmation is kind of continuation of the pattern of the RSI or the prime oscillator kind of going up and right as we come back and revisit this area. So going to be keeping an eye on a BONK. If you miss some of the moves here, don't worry, there might be another opportunity. Again, that area is going to be all kinds of zeros and about 9.9. I'm going to be keeping my eye on that. Area of resistance, top side, if everything starts to move up, is about 136 or so. That would be where I would be looking to potentially exit. So real quick, that's BONK. And let's go ahead and wrap this up, unless you got something else.
Awesome. Yeah, shout out to everybody who bought that big green dildo over there on the left side of that chart. So I'm just saying.
You win. Like JASMY. Told you. Take a look at JASMY. 100% later.
Hey guys, so shout out to everyone, all the alumni and any new members. I appreciate you guys joining us here today. I hope you guys hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Get notified every time we go live. But right after this, I guess the entire party is moving over to Frankie Candle's party. Frankie Candle's going to be live in about 4 minutes here, so 3 minutes or so. So yeah, so I guess the party's moving over to Frankie Candle's. Go hit the bing bong. And guys, you got anything for the people on the way out?
As always, hey, it was great mixing up with you guys. Today was hilarious in the chat. Really enjoyed it. Love talking news with you guys. Just love mixing it up, honestly. So again, like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed today. We try to keep it lighthearted, but at the same time, we give you some really good TA, I think. So that's what I got. Thanks,
TradeFly. OC, what you got, bro?
Guys, remember to smash that like button. Also, take a look at the legendary coffee and also take a look at the encrypted tags. And also, thank you for joining, guys. Thank you so much for joining. And special thanks for everybody that is dropping that spaghetti for me when I do the TA. Love you guys. And looking forward to see you tomorrow. So
awesome. Hey guys, thanks for joining us here today on Piper Academy. Remember, go stop by, hit up Miss Teen Crypto Now, Randy Hipper. Go drop her a like, and then go jump into Frankie Candles and tell them that RB Piper sent you, that you're with the alumni. Give them a shout out there. Guys, we will be back here tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys the news, the TA, the markets, the charts, and everything you need to have knowledge, because knowledge is profit. If you are in the Piper, the Chart Prime community, we got TA talks today. OC and I will be over there in about 30 minutes for that. So I'm going to go drop in on Frankie Candles. Until then, guys, as always, trade safe And for God's sake, use a stop loss. A to ace. Look for your name in these credits.
I don't know what they keep telling me. I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling up the wheels flow low.
I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. TradeFly, get the soul train ready. What a line from OCI, from a Mexican spaghetti, yo. Crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Chart Prime, then you were part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline.
We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling up the wheels flow low.
Sound off. To get rhythm, the ZTS rhythm. Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
That was awesome, dude.